Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another footy
Shoot,
talk. It's
man.
been a minute. Yo, deluded,
Yo,
your camera. Bro, what you telling me, fam?
can you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
One sec. I think I got the tab open. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear
Yeah,
you, fam. Yeah,
yeah.
what
I
you
had, I had
telling
the I
me?
had the stream open, man. I could hear myself and you twice, man. But yeah, what you saying, bro? Dead there.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. What you telling me, bro?
Same shit, different toilet, my guy, man. Dead there, man.
I
Enjoying
see you,
life right
man.
now.
Yeah, with your little Europa League group and that blood.
So,
This did.
you say Europa League group. I mean, Sevilla won the Europa League. I swear
Here
that
it
French
goes.
team
This
top three
politics
finish. No
again,
easy
blood.
games, but it's a shameless thing. It's difficult, man. No, everyone had to earn their right in
Nah,
that chance, bro.
politics, man. This is bull, blood. I'm not hearing you. You know what I'm saying, man?
I ain't
So,
even hearing it
bro.
myself, but I have to do it, man.
Nah, bro. Man was watching that draw, and I see Arsenal fans' eyes lighting up. Now, man's gonna try and tell me every game's a
Nah,
tough
but
game. There's
everyone's
no easy
everyone's a
games in the
challenge, man.
Champions League.
It's difficult,
Oh,
bro. It's
get out
difficult.
of here, man.
We're a new team. We're young. We're everything, man. It's, in many ways, it's like playing prime Barcelona and that, man. I gotta start saying this till I believe it, man.
Nah, this is crazy, man. Do you know what I'm saying? This is crazy. I'm not trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to hear that shit, bro. I'll be
Neither am I,
real. Like,
fam.
it's an easy group, blood. It's an easy group. It's the best kind of group you could have asked for, considering there was rumors that potentially you were going to be in the third pot, and you went from potentially being in the third pot, yeah, to getting a favorable draw.
Listen, I'm happy I'm not Newcastle. Innit? You have to count your blessings, but we need to do
Newcastle's
our
thing
thing,
is brazy.
bro. Their thing, boy, Tonali Derby and that.
Yo, it's brazy. I can't even lie.
That's the
Newcastle's
group of
thing,
death.
yeah, bro. Nah, it's mad. You know, like that. Imagine your first ever Champions League, bruv, and they do that to you, bro.
This is why I'm counting my blessings, bro. Like we need to do what we need to do, but listen, someone's always got it better, someone's always got it worse, man. Thoughts are
Lord,
with Newcastle.
this is actually crazy. I can't even lie, bro. So, nah, man, you lot's draw is favorable. Do you know what I'm saying? It's been a decent start to the season for you lot. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we had the international break and that. You know what I mean? And you're
Mm.
going back. Goodison Park, blood. That's somewhere that you man don't really like going, fam.
Bro, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's
Last
in the
couple
water in
times.
Liverpool. Huh?
Last couple times you gone there, you lost, didn't it?
Yeah, they've had our number. Like when I look at all our performances last season away from home at Everton, normally when your team loses, there's some positives to take, or there's something. Just generally, Goodison Park, there was nothing. Their form is a bit shaky. They seem to have our number, bro. We just got to go out there and do the job. Really, if we're trying to fight City for this title, obviously, you know we dropped 2 points against Fulham. We need to be beating Everton. Their form's on the floor. I know form goes out the window, but I'm expecting a performance. I'm expecting 3 points. I'm expecting, revenge, quite frankly, man. And to be fair, you look at the game we played against you lot the last 2 seasons, you look at Bournemouth. I don't know what it is with Arsenal, but at the Emirates compared to away from home, it's like away from home, we're a bit more professional, we're a bit cleaner in our performance. So I need to see that against Everton, really and truly, because beating you lot means nothing if you don't go backwards again. Like, it don't
Facts.
really mean much.
That doesn't mean anything at all. Do you know what I mean? Big up everyone inside. Make sure you
Come
smash
on.
that like. Man, what's this about Harry Maguire's mum, bro? Bare people saying that Harry Maguire's mum is
You ain't
making
seen
a
that?
statement or something. Nah, bro. Like, bro, I'm not active online like that, bro. See
I
me? I
shouldn't
don't
laugh,
see
man, but
anything.
his mum's basically doing the woe is meeting, leave my son alone, and things like that, man. It's a bit mad being a grown man. Your mum's coming to do all of that, but I do feel for her. But
Hey, man,
yeah, some
I
madness.
beg you put the link for the statement in there, bro.
I
Let me
couldn't
see if I can
believe it
put this
when I
on the
saw it,
screen,
man.
blood. I need a good joke, you know. Man's had a nice, relaxing
I knew
morning,
you'd have no
fam.
sympathy for Donny, man.
Nah, zero. You know,
I'm
like
starting to feel sorry for
bro,
him, man. I can't lie. I'm starting to feel
zero.
sorry for Donny.
No, I don't feel sorry for him, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, yeah, if that was me, even my mum's not saying nothing. She's like, you know
I mean,
what,
my mum
bro? I
ain't coming
raised
out
a
and
man.
doing
You
that.
have to hold that. You know them, man.
We have to
This is
firm
what
it,
it
man.
is. You have to firm it. Harry Maguire, and you know what it is, yeah. Obviously, you're from ends, innit? And this is
Mm.
what's annoying me about how these men are doing Jaden right now, yeah.
We know why they're doing that,
And then
bro.
all this sympathy that Harry Maguire's getting, bro. Like this brother has been Man United captain. This guy's been one of the first names on the team sheet for England. He's been defended by the England
Everyone.
manager for no good reason, by everyone. He went on holiday, got arrested, yeah. And then they gave him the opportunity to clear his name
The
on
cup in the ear
television.
celebrations and
Yeah,
all
bro, the
sorts, man.
amount of stuff this player's done, and yet he's still a victim. Yeah, our brother's getting absolutely coated off, yeah.
Hammered, bro.
And then
Absolutely.
my
Jadon
man put
Sancho
out
was getting
one little
nonsense taken
statement.
to him.
One little statement he put out, and all of a sudden it's like, man shouldn't defend himself. You know, like that. How many times has Harry Maguire come out and said things and done things, and no one ain't talking about Harry Maguire's attitude, blood? This bro went as low as posting his own stats and them thing there. It's crazy.
I don't even know he
Posting
done
his
that.
own, bro, posting his own
He's
stats
shameless.
on
He's
Instagram
shameless.
stories and that, bro. Bruv, it's crazy.
Hey,
And
Maguire is shameless, fam.
and this is why I never stop backing Sanch, bro. I never stop backing him for the simple fact that even though I know, yeah, that he hasn't shown me what I know he can do, yeah, I know that there's darker arts in play, blood. You know them one.
You know why Sancho's getting drawn out, man. Not everyone gets the
we
same
know.
tax that others get.
Bruv, we know that. All right, cool. What's man saying? Mum's statement. What's Mumsy saying? Man said, as a mum, seeing the level of negative abuse and abusive comments in which he's receiving from some fans, pundits, and the media is disgraceful and totally unacceptable to any walk of life. Never mind someone who works his socks off for his club and country. Bruv, you don't even play for us, I'll be real. If I was there in the stands as usual, I was there in the stands as usual, and it's not acceptable what's been created over nothing. I understand that in the world of football there are ups and downs, positives and negatives, but what Harry receives has gone far beyond football. Oh, sounds familiar, blood. For me, seeing him go through what he's going through is not okay. I'd hate to have to see other parents or players go through this in the future, especially young boys and girls breaking through the ranks. Harry has a massive heart, and it's a good job he's mentally strong and can handle it, as others may
Why are
not
you
be
backing
able
him
to.
then?
I wish this sort of abuse on nobody. But this is the thing. If he can handle it, why are you chatting for? Firstly, yeah.
She's drawing him out. Obviously, mum's instincts kicked in, but like she's just making it something he's not. And I disagree with the mum because if anything, obviously he does get criticized, but if anything, he's being backed by all the platforms. He's being backed by the manager. He's being backed by everyone. Even Ten Hag, he clearly doesn't favor him. He doesn't draw him out. So I disagree with that. When you see what even happened to historically David Beckham, we all know you mentioned Sancho, Raheem Sterling. Mum's instincts kicking in, but it's cap. Everybody's backing him. You know, it's in a unique
Saka,
position.
Rashford had to deal with it after the penalty miss.
Bro,
None of their mums came out. Yeah.
It don't really make sense, man. I can't lie. Obviously, big up Bubsy. And as I said, I feel sorry for Maguire. I don't like to see a man down on their luck. And it seemed like, you know what? When we played you lot and our fans were chanting, I was like, yeah, you've hit a new low as an individual now because the opposition fans are cheering for you. Your own fans don't like you.
I was in a bar in Portugal and the Arsenal fans were cheering Harry Maguire coming on, bro.
That's what I feel sorry for Donny.
And this is when I said, yo,
woe
this
is me, bro. What are the chances of him coming off the bench and having an own goal now? It's like, you need to get out of Man United. You need to stop playing for England. You need to go somewhere else, man. But it's cap, man. Even like someone says, Xhaka was getting booed. It's dead, man. And it's only certain individuals. It's nothing to do with Maguire, his family. But it's like, we know he's human, but you're trying to show us that human element of his. And that luxury weren't afforded to several players.
Bruv, the human element is not afforded to anyone that looks like us, innit, bro? And this is what I say, bro. The streets are saying that they punched the wrong mum and that. Free Phil Foden. And sorry, blood. Like that. Yo, Foden, bruv, is peak. You know there was there, man said mistaken identity and that. But no, it's crazy. Nah, bro, what's she doing though? This is embarrassing.
His mum's OJ, man. Foden, I don't know why he's not backing his mum, but his mum's OJ.
This is crazy, bro. I'll be real, yeah. Like, this is horrible. Like, when I see this, it's like, it gets to the point where this is why, yeah, my heart is cold for certain things like this. Because it's like, now, I just want to see more of it. You know them ones? Because it's like, bro, you're bringing this on yourself.
Hey, you're a bad guy, man.
Bro, I'm being real. I'm being real because it's like, how, you know what's crazy? And this is what I always say, yeah? These men are living in so far away from reality, yeah, that she thinks that what she's done is okay. That's not okay, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the reason why that's not okay is there's men that are really going through stuff in football, yeah, and you have the cheek to be coming out like Harry Maguire's a victim. If anything, he's only a victim of the privilege that he's already been shown. The reason why people are getting mad at him in the first place is because they're frustrated at the fact that we keep seeing him. You know, like that. That's what it is, bro. Like,
he keeps getting rewarded. Like, bro, in any walk of life, if you don't do your job, you don't get to play certain games, you don't get certain rewards. But he's obviously got Southgate, rightly or wrongly, whether he's performed for England or not, he's still got Southgate's faith. He's still technically in the Man United squad. And I think Maguire, his one is different, is that no one's getting at his character. No one's questioning stuff off the field. People are just questioning what you're doing or not doing on the football field. Yeah. So I don't really think it holds weight. And at the same time, you know, if you're a professional footballer, much less of a top 6 club, much less of Man United and playing for England, bro, there's a level of scrutiny, rightly or wrongly, you just have to be put up with. The vast majority of fans will criticize you on what you're doing on a football field, and you've been doing everything other than helping Man United, really and truly. You helped us the last week. I'm sure you got
scored
plenty of
her own
examples.
goal last game, blood.
This is what I'm saying. At this point, Southgate's got to blame himself. You brought on a man, he gave an own goal, and then you're having a question about it. Like, at some point, the man needs to be saved for himself.
Bro,
Really
the Bears
does.
scored an OG, and then Gareth Southgate came out and said that it was a joke how he's been treated and that. It's like, what?
This is it.
Like, bro, what are you talking about?
I don't get that.
And the thing is, Harry Maguire is getting criticised purely on his ability.
It's on what you're not doing or doing on the football field. It's nothing to do with
nothing wrong.
Other stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with criticising a man on his ability, because ultimately, as a football fan, you reserve the right to be able to judge someone on their performances. His performances have been consistently bad for years. Not even weeks or months, or for years, for seasons. Do you know what I'm saying?
He was bought for like 70, 80 million. You're always going to be talked about, man.
85 M's, bro. He will never pay that back.
This is it. Like, you have to hold that really and truly. And not that Maguire speaks, but just because of his demeanor, and sometimes when he speaks, he doesn't necessarily help himself really when he says, I don't look at it, or those who know football know that I do stuff and whatnot. I do think he's taking it on the chin, but like, you're going to have to hold that, Mumsy, really, because I mean, if they get that man's character, then fair enough, but it's all off the football field, you know. Again, England ain't really blessed with whole heap of defenders and stuff, but you could reckon other people could get opportunity. And it's just literally just criticism of that. I don't understand the media campaign to kind of like, oh, stop getting on Harry Maguire again. We hope for mental health and things. And to be fair, these same people that are saying that about Harry Maguire, they were gassing up Sancho when he came out, rightly so, and spoke about mental health. And now they're back to attacking Donny, really and truly, and talking about attitude. And you've seen all the stories, and all these things have come out allegedly over Man United in the summer and whatnot.
No, but you know what the beauty of the Sancho thing is, yeah? It's like, we've heard it all before, blood. Just a different player.
This is it. Once you say attitude, we all know, like, that's cash money.
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
It's cash money. He's got attitude problem. Boom, boom, done.
Bro. It's the attitude, or you're aggressive or something, bro. It's always the same.
Wow.
It's always the same things, bro. You know the ones there, like, bro. Amen. Listen, I've been the aggressive guy for my whole life, so I know exactly what it is, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I'm the one that's not aggressive. I'm the one that reacts to provocation, bro. And then I always get made out to be the instigator.
You're always going to be the bad guy, unfortunately. Like, unfortunately.
But this is exactly what it is, bro. And it's like, it's boring. It's boring, the Sancho thing. It's really boring. And the reason why it's boring is, yeah, like, if everyone gets treated the same, I don't have a problem. Because when David De Gea, yeah, was costing man games and all of this, we never heard no leaks about the players getting fed up of David De Gea still being at the club. He's costing us games. Do you know? And he's someone that visibly sulks. David De Gea is a goalkeeper. You can see how moody he is. Like,
yeah, even in games, his chin as well.
Yeah, bro. If he makes a mistake, you can see his head's gone. Like, he's rattled now. You can't pass the ball back to him because he's going out for a throw-in. You know the ones like, bro, like, he's the guy. He makes one mistake and he's in his head for the whole game. You can see it.
Yeah,
like,
just forever pondering about it.
Yeah, his body language is visibly bad. Do you know what I'm saying? And we never heard no leaks of, oh, like, he's not good to have around and all these, and the players are getting fed up of him. None of that. Same with Harry Maguire. Man United openly said that he can leave, agreed a fee with West Ham, couldn't agree personal terms because he wanted Man United to pay off the rest of his contract because West Ham couldn't afford to pay his wages.
So you have to stay put and deal with the criticism.
He ended up staying, bro, and no rumours come out saying, the players are fed up of Harry Maguire. Bro, man, his last 2 goals, yeah, were against Man United and against England.
This is what I'm starting to feel sorry for Dudley, man, because, like, I don't know, man. It just seems like you got bad luck. Everything you touch turns to shit. Like, I don't know for Maguire now, man. I enjoy the bants, but I'm actually truthfully starting to feel sorry for him. It's like laughing at a man that started to cry now, man. Like, I genuinely am starting to feel sorry for him, man. Like, everything you're doing, how can everything you do on the football field be terrible? Like, everything. Yeah. If you're not scoring own goals, you're tackling your own players, you're marking your own players, you're out of position, you're just doing mad things. Boy, he's gonna have to hold that, man.
That's what I'm saying. This Maguire thing, it's like, Maguire's never been a victim, and he's been afforded a lot more opportunities than anyone. Do you know what I mean? If there's anyone that doesn't deserve protection, it's him, and he still gets it. You got the England manager out there really swinging it out for him.
This is it. And to be fair, Southgate, if that's who you're rocking with, you can rock with your guys, really and truly, because Maguire is not as poor for England than the others, but you're kind of bringing it on him now at some point, really and truly. And again, it goes back to what you said. He is just being criticized for football. Like, it's nothing to do with his character, what he's doing behind closed doors. Again, when he had that little stuff in Greece, the same media came out to defend him for punching someone up. Bro, these luxuries are not afforded to everyone, in it. So he's going to have to hold that.
Yep, and I remember this as well. The Man United thing when Roy Keane was like, "Oh, we try to give him a bit of good PR and that." Don't think that these pundits ain't been briefed, to protect this youth, blood. They've done everything that they can do, yeah. Because he was meant to be the next England captain, He was.
This is it,
bro. When he signed for Man United, he was meant to be the next guy, bro. He was the white knight they were pushing forward, blood. He was him,
This is it. You control the media, you control the narrative. As you lot know, in Football Mirror Society, it's the same within football. If you say a lie enough times, it becomes the truth. Unfortunately, there's many people that will listen on YouTube channels or on TV or whatever, and just because it's said there, they won't question things, or it starts to become a sentiment, man. And people need to understand how dangerous news is and these words are and things. People really think the media just say things out of their own mouth. It's never to chance. It's all calculated. And it's been done, like you said, like there's PR campaigns behind Maguire. I don't think there's a more protected player in world football right now than Maguire.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. Ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? And we don't hear nothing getting leaked. But then when there's other players, we start hearing all this nonsense. And this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, it's been a witch hunt, bruv. It's been a witch hunt, and that's why a man won't back down. You get me? I don't
look
really
at
care.
How David Beckham had to take pelters from time to time, bro. Maguire's lucky.
And Beckham's pelters were because he went against the grain and people just didn't like him, man.
Yeah.
That's just all it was. They didn't like him. They didn't like his wife. They didn't like man's hairstyles. Didn't like man was wearing dresses and them thing there. Man's wearing skirts and that. The ones there. They just didn't
I can't defend the skirt thing, but
they just didn't like. They didn't like the fact that he was just being himself unapologetically. The ones he weren't being a good boy. You know what I mean?
And that's the problem with football nowadays. If you're outspoken, you're in issues, or you get to that scenario where you're like Saka and Kante, as we spoke before, where I don't know the term, but you're like an adult and they're taking you as a kid. They're taking you for a kid, it's making you look like a youth.
But that's ridiculous. Though, because you're harmless to them.
This is it. You're the good boy.
What I mean? And this is what it is. It's just it's idiot stuff, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, it's like people don't want to see it, bro. And the Harry Maguire situation is the most transparent thing that you will see, and that's why everything else that happens to these other players, yeah, man, I'm holding it against how they're treating Harry Maguire, blood. Even the fact that someone actually sat down and gave his mum an interview, blood. Why do you want to hear from his mum, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, I'm being real, because this is what they do. They try and humanize these people. Why aren't you going and sitting down with Sancho's mum and asking him like, oh, how is he, like, you know what I'm saying? Because these man only started feeling sorry for Dele Alli, yeah, when man sat down with Gary Neville and told man all these stories. But before you man were running him.
Yeah, he's failure, he's this, he's that, and the other. Like, you know what? All I would ask for in an ideal world is that there's the same universal rule for everybody in it, really. If everyone's gonna get a blight, everyone gets a blight, or no one gets one. But as you know yourself, and plenty of people in the comments, bro, that's never gonna happen, innit? These luxuries are not afforded to everyone. It's just the way it is, man.
Bruv, go sit down with my man's mum and say, oh, what? They said he's been late to training. Like, what's going on and that? Do you know what I'm saying? Ask her. I want to hear from Sancho's mum. Like that, man. He's 21. Man don't want to hear from no hardback Maguire's mum, bro. What's man like 30? I don't want to hear from your mum, bruv. Do you know, man got like 3 kids, blood. Man are trying to hear from your mum. I'll be real.
Maguire must be getting bantered in his WhatsApp group by his friends, man. Come on,
bro,
man.
It's crazy.
Unless his mum, I don't think his mum needs peas, but unless she got a little healthy payoff from talking, then I hear it. It costs of living and that, but I don't understand how it is, man. You've been in a football scenario. Maguire has to be holding the most bants from his brethren.
Bro, a man's getting bullied at school and then mumsy's at the school gate,
Yeah, man. It's like calling your big sister or something. Come on, man. Grow up here, man. Come on,
no,
man.
But this is what they do, bro. They try and humanize this brer. Do you know what I mean? So they start talking, they do all these mental health merchants come out the good work. Do you know what I mean? And then we get his mum involved. Then grandma's gonna come out and say, oh, what a good boy Harry was. Do you know what I mean? He was always a fun, loving child and all this crap. We're gonna hear all of that.
No, I rate his mum because obviously you're gonna back your son in it, but I just don't understand why it's come out now, and nothing's to chance. You know, over the last 48, 72 hours, there's been really aggressive sort of humanizing of Maguire, which he obviously is a human. And then you've got his mum coming out and speaking now. You just have to question the motives behind it, really and truly.
The same with Mason Mount's brother as well. Like, man come out going at Talk Sport as well before. Now Mason Mount's gone off the face of the earth. One of the worst signings in modern football, yeah.
And this Mount catching streets.
Horrible baller. Horrible. And the thing with the Mason Mount thing is, even before we signed Mason Mount, yeah, I was trying to think of all the scenarios in which it would work. And me, as shameless as I tried to be, I couldn't find one. Like, man tried to do the Maybach Mount thing for one game. It didn't work. Like... Bro, I tried, didn't it? Man tried it.
We've got Havertz, man. I know the struggle, man.
Bro,
Chelsea's
man tried it for one game, blood, and then I just saw this guy was just pressing shadows, and I thought, yo, this is crazy. Like, I don't actually know what we signed, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know both our clubs been tweaking with them Chelsea signings still.
It's mad.
I don't know what we're thinking.
Chelsea need to be under investigation because there was something fraudulent in there, blood. Moving like them pikeys, blood. Sell you the TV when you open it, there's bricks in there. You know what, man? I said there's bricks in the box. Yo, blood, I seen that happen to one brother. He got
I've seen that with the iPhone happen to someone as well, man. Joked.
Bro, I seen it, bro. Man had bricks in the box, fam. You know, like that. Man bought the big TV, bro. It's crazy.
That is a shame.
Man brought you to the back of the van, showed you the TV, everything like that, bro. I sold man bricks and that. Chelsea done madness. What they done? How they sell them both? Yeah,
touche, man. All I could, you know what? Sometimes you just have to applaud it. You just have to applaud it. Like, shout out to Chelsea, man. Shout out to them. Like, unfortunately, my manager's at times trying to be Captain Save-A-Hole. You know, I've got no choice but to support Kai Havertz. I'm not going to write him off after 4 games. I do think there's a bit of scapegoatism with him, but it's just not working right now. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to write you off after 4 games, but I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm more backing him because of my faith in Mikel Arteta than actually what Havertz has shown me / showed me at Chelsea.
But you know what it is with the Kai Havertz thing, yeah? The reason why he has to hold it, yeah, is because you, man, were challenging for a title last year. Do you know what I mean? Like, this summer was statement of intent City, blood. A man signed Kai Havertz who ain't done nothing in the country. The reason why...
That's the thing, though, bro. That's the
Chelsea
thing. Chelsea
even thought of letting him go is because they knew there's nothing else.
They knew this is a chance of a lifetime, but that's my thing with Havertz, because Havertz is going to define our summer. Whatever people say about Declan Rice, you see how he improves our team. You didn't have to watch Timber, but you could see what Timber's skill set, what he could bring to Arsenal. It's the Havertz one. It's like, does that move us closer to City? Is that right now a direct replacement for Granit Xhaka? Yeah, he's got all the pressing metrics and all of that off the ball, but I need to see, watching the game first time, what he's doing. And I think his teammates probably have an admiration for what he does, but I'm just not moved at this moment in time, man. I hear all the defensive stuff and all of that, but yeah. Listen, if you're writing off Kai Havertz, I can't blame you in it. I'm not saying to defend Donny. I haven't got much faith. I'm just saying at the end of the day, what choice do I have in it? Like, I might as well support the guy or support what the gaffer is doing. I'm not going to write him off per se after 4 games, but that doesn't mean just blindly support him. We've got nothing else in it, so like, just strap up and enjoy the ride. Pause. Like,
you know what it is with Kai Havertz, yeah? Kai Havertz strikes me as very much as a confidence player. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I don't want.
And going to Arsenal, yeah, or going to any big team, yeah, that's not the move you need after having your confidence drained at Chelsea. You need to go to a team where you could be the main man, the pressure's off a little bit, and you can find yourself again. Moving to Arsenal, which is an even more high-pressured situation than Chelsea, because they're further along in their...
And you're an ex-Chelsea lad as well, so the patience was kind of going to be thin because you was at up as well.
There you go. That's it. Do you know what I mean? And then Arsenal are further along in their evolution than Chelsea as well, so there's even more pressure to perform. It was a bad move just logistically. Do you know what I mean? It literally never made any sense, bro. The right move would have been to go to Bayern Munich or something like that. Go find
That's where I thought he'd end up, you know. I thought he'd skate back to Germany or stay at Chelsea, to be honest. But
yeah, man. Go somewhere, find your feet, get your confidence back. You're not going to find your confidence at Arsenal because, like you said, because he's at up, they're not going to give him as much time as would have been required. And really, the way Arsenal play football, you don't really need a bedding in period. Timber didn't need one.
That's the thing with Havertz. It's like you're a Premier League player, in it, and our system, whether you can play in our system or not, we've got a system. Chelsea are still finding it, and you know, Arteta's clearly building this team, quote unquote, among many players, but Havertz as well, because he's playing him in that 8. He's not going to drop him for any time soon. You get into to build relationships on the left hand side. It's not that excuses run out, but the excuses kind of thin. You're a Champions League winner. You're a 24-year-old. You've got a wealth of experience to these little boys at Arsenal without being disrespectful. So it's like, I just wonder with Arteta. I don't think he's going to change it because we've only dropped 2 points and we've beat City in the final. But I just wonder if this persists. Are you going to try something else? Whether that is Fabio Vieira, whether Partey's fit and you start him organically in midfield. Because I've spoken about on your channel for a while now. For me, midfield needed to be addressed, and I have to assume Declan Rice and Havertz is the 2 central midfielders I wanted. I wasn't saying to sign Havertz, definitely not, but he's going to have to show up, man, or something else is going to happen. Because, again, as much as I think Xhaka shouldn't have left and he was a decent player, he's not a player that, we should be waffling about with the greatest of respect to him. But right now, there's a gaping hole that Xhaka's left. So Havertz has got to fill in there and do what he needs to do, man, or his peak, really.
But the thing is with Granit Xhaka, his profile was completely different to Kai Havertz. Apart from the fact that they were both left-footed, there's no similarities. So it's like he hasn't been replaced.
This is the thing, and this is where, as much as I support Arteta, you're gonna have to live or die by this, innit? Because you know more about football than me. I know people criticize the Havertz signing and the system we're doing, myself included. But in theory, Arteta is not going to try and deploy something that's gonna, harm us or harm what he's trying to do. So anything that happens, good or bad, Arteta's gonna have to hold that really and truly. This is your bed, you got to lie in it really. Especially with Kai Havertz, that's going to make or break how we define our summer looking back a year from now. So I hope he finds his feet. If he wants to start against Everton or in the North London derby, great. But boy, it is. Yeah, Xhaka did it. Like to say that comment, Xhaka obviously had more grit than him. The only kind of similarities is they both quote unquote muck in defensively. I think Havertz's teammates will have an appreciation of what he does, but I don't want to have to keep talking about watching games again, defensive metrics, running around to kind of praise Havertz, because you should be doing this anyways.
But that's what I mean, and even these metrics anyway, bro. Most of these things are nonsense,
bro. I might just need to use my eyes, man.
Not seeing enough. It's one of them ones where, like, I don't care, if you cover a lot of ground or you're perceived to be doing X, Y, Z, bro. Ultimately, you're going to be judged on what I can see you doing, innit? Do you know what I'm
need
saying?
to be able to do that in the modern day. He's not a combative player. Much less in midfield.
He's not a combative player. He's not an authoritative figure, like on or off the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? He's very reserved in just the way he carries himself, bro. And he just looks very, just very much lacking confidence at the moment. There's nothing about him, that makes me think he was a good signing. There's some players, like, for instance, like with Zinchenko, even if he's not playing more, you might be able to say, all right, cool, like, he's a leader or he makes the players around him better or something. But I don't know what Havertz gives you if he's not playing well, blood.
This is the thing, and this is what he's going to need to show, really, and more or less Arteta, because when you look at Havertz, what is he? You're at that stage where you need to define yourself. Cool, you've played as a false 9, but are you really a false 9? You're playing as an 8, but are you really an 8? You've played out wide, you've played in the 10. What are you? And I know the modern day, you got to be multifunctional, playing a couple of roles and all of this, but what are you? And he's got to discover himself. And to go back to your point about confidence, every player is a confidence player, in it. But when you're playing for a top 6 club, I agree with you. I feel that the manager can give you all the confidence, the fans, etc. But you've got to find that healthy headspace, bro. Is that if I have a bad game, it don't make me a bad player. If I have a good game, I'm not necessarily a good player, and just get on with it, really and truly. There's no time to feel sorry for yourself. And if he doesn't believe in himself, how can anyone else connected to this football club, internally or us as fans? So you're going to have to get with it, really, because Havertz should be a leader, really. You're coming into this team with a wealth of experience, winning the Champions League, playing for your country, 24 years of age. You're quote-unquote significantly older than a few of your teammates. It's put up or show up, innit? So I'll rock with you until I really give up. But 4 games in, I don't think you've been amazing. I don't think you've been terrible. I'd just describe you as underwhelming, really. And I am starting to look at how long does this persist before, I'm not saying Fabio Vieira is the answer, but before Fabio Vieira gets an opportunity, man. Because he's looked all right in his little cameos. That's what I'm saying,
because he's come from a more successful side in that shorter period, bro. He's supposed to come in, highest paid player. He's meant to come in as a senior player. He's meant to come in as a talisman. Obviously, he's not your captain, but he's meant to have that aura about him.
A chip on his shoulder to prove Chelsea wrong for shotting you as well.
100%. And right now, he ain't showing you nothing. And even the fact that man are talking about Vieira coming in and replacing him, last season, his name wasn't even really in contention with doing nothing.
This is it. This is it. This is it. And this is why I wanted another central midfield. I don't think Mikel Arteta, deems a centre mid as much of a necessity because you've got Partey, you've got Rice, you've got Jorginho, you've got El Nene, you've got a bunch of guys that can play as an 8. But I just feel we could have really sorted out our central midfield to this summer, really, and got closer to City. But you know what? I've asked you signed a 4 or 5 year deal. Show me something in it. So the next time we're speaking, it's something different in it. You can start the weekend. But boy, man, it don't look good right now, man.
Yeah, what's the deal with Trossard, blood? Because I've been saying for ages, bro. For me, I think that he's probably your most well-rounded attacking player, bro. And your manager don't seem to rate, man. It's like, why did he sign him in the first place?
I might get cancelled for this, but I think Arsenal fans overrate Trossard a bit. And what I mean by that is I think he's lit, think he's a good player, think he deserves more minutes. But 9 times out of 10, when he starts, he does kind of flatter to deceive. I know you need a run, but when you played against Fulham, you didn't do much. I don't know why Arteta is not bringing him on. All I'd say is that, you know, as you lot know with United, the games are coming thick and fast. It's time for rotation, really and truly. I don't know, man. I think Trossard's a decent player. I'm happy to have him, man. Definitely with how it didn't work out with Mudryk, but I don't know, man. I really don't know. I just hope when he gets his chance, he takes it, innit?
So, well, you're not rating Trossard like that?
No, I rate him heavy, but you know when it's a thing where I think he's a good player. I think he's a quality player. But you know where people just ultimately put a player on a pedestal that they're not. That's what I think some Arsenal fans do with Trossard. I think he's lit, but I think people do a bit too much with Trossard, really. I think if I'm honest with you, in an Arsenal shirt, he has obviously had games where he started and done well. I look at Fulham and things like that. He's probably done better when he's been an impactor, as Mikel Arteta says, if I'm honest with you, man. I like him, though, man. But I just feel fans overrate him slightly.
Look at this Arsenal team. You got your guy Martinelli, who more often than not, he reminds me a lot of Rashford. Like, he does a lot of nothing most of the time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Man, it's Martinelli, man.
He does a lot of nothing.
He got assist the other week, man. I can't accept that slander, man. Allow him, man.
Nah,
Boy from Brazil.
Sorry. I can't have Martinelli. See, this is where the disconnect is. He reminds me a lot of Marcus Rashford, bro. Direct, quick, end product is average at best. Do you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Man got 15 goals or something last year, man.
Rashford got more than that, and he's still washed.
I Rashford, man.
Nah, bro.
I like Rashford feeding the youths and that. But
I'll be real, bro. Like, end product is not there, bro.
He can improve a lot, man. He is a bit scattered, man. He is a bit scrappy, but I got a lot of time for Martinelli, man.
Crossing's not there. Shooting's not there. Passing's not
assist,
there.
Bro. Do you watch assist he's got from crossing the ball?
Nah,
he's Brazilian.
Bro. Come on, let's be real.
He's Brazilian.
Come on, let's have a real conversation.
Bro, he's Brazilian.
Let's have a real conversation.
He's Brazilian. I support him to the death, man.
He's got a touch of the Rashfords about him.
Bro, listen.
Head down grass.
I rate that.
Head down, spacing behind and that. Obviously, Saka, yeah. Cool. There's no cover for him on that side whatsoever. Do you know what I'm saying? So, if Saka needs a rest, as I'm looking at this Arsenal team, Trossard has to be first off the bench.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Nelson, but I'd say Trossard just because out of all of them, Trossard's probably the most comfortable across the front three, innit? Can play on the left, can play on the right, can obviously do the tenting and the false 9. And I think I think a lot of them can play on the left and right. I think fans do too much with that, but I just think Trossard's the most comfortable. Trossard will get games, man. He's a good player for us. He'll get games.
But he's not getting games, though.
He'll get 4 games, bro. He'll get games, man. It's loaded.
He's
Trossard's
not
cooking,
getting
man.
Games, though.
Keep working hard, Trossard, like he said. Just keep
Nah, bro. I don't know who I'm speaking to right now, blood. Is this Frimpong, blood? Man said he's working for Arsenal and that. What is this? Nah. Trossard ain't playing. I
don't know why he's not. Honestly, I don't know why he's getting game time. He did get a start against Fulham and didn't grab his spot, but yeah, man.
Yeah, but I don't like that. You see when man's saying, he didn't grab his spot. See, this is what I don't like about football, because it's like,
you need a run.
Trossard will get one start, yeah. If he don't score a hat-trick, he's going back to the bench. You know, like that. That's crazy, bro. And then you got certain man, yeah, that will play week in, week out, not really do nothing, but he's loading. But next man can't load, fam. Do you know what I mean? And this is the problem.
Trossard's cool and he's a professional, man. He knew when he left Brighton to come to Arsenal, these things are going to happen, innit? You got to be patient, man. It's a long season. We're in bare comps, man. You're going to get your time, Trossard, man.
And that's the thing. The whole team didn't play well against Fulham. That's why he didn't win.
Yeah. No. He has to hold. The whole team has to hold.
But why is it his fault, though? You know, like that. And this is what I mean. If the whole team plays rubbish, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
why does one man have to hold it?
We all know who's going to get dropped and who doesn't, isn't it? But that's the manager playing favourites and things like that.
But cool, that's what we need to talk about, because that's the conversation. You know what I mean? That's the conversation, because as far as I'm concerned, it's just like I said, when Man United lost 7-0 to Liverpool, yeah, I would have made 7 changes. I'm subbing every man off. Bruv, every man's coming off, yeah. Like, next game, whole new team. Because I can't say to 1 or 2 man, oh, you know what, we lost 7-0 because you didn't play. Nah. All of you man shagged. So, all of you man need to watch the game from the side. I don't even care if we lose the next match. Because in principle, you man let me down. So now I have to take you man out the team. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So to say, oh yeah, cool, he didn't take his chance against Fulham.
No
one did.
But like we know that in an ideal world, we'd love to see you get 10 games and things like that. It didn't happen, innit? I like Trossard. I think the only thing I could say probably with Trossard in reaction to Martinelli is probably he's a bit better. Martinelli's probably a bit better defensively. I know you watched the Forest game. You saw Martinelli skilling it. You see that for Eddie and Ketty. Oh, come on, man. My guy's a real Brazilian savage.
Come on, bro.
But like, I'm the wrong person to ask about the young G's, innit? Like, I'm the wrong person to ask. Like, Martinelli, Saka, Saliba, Odegaard. Bro, I can't accept slander, innit?
Nah, like, this guy's doing the Martinelli thing. It's mad. I can't even lie, bro.
Listen, you gotta say it till you believe it, bro.
Martinelli's a different profile to Trossard, and that's another thing why the manager should be changing things around, because they give you different things, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
To be fair, I do
Trossard
wonder
will give you more control. Martinelli will give you more explosion and more direct running. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes it's not a game for that.
No, I agree, and that's like the only reason I could say maybe in that defense is obviously look on our left hand side right now. The right hand side's been working together a lot more. Maybe he's trying to persist with Havertz, Martinelli, and quote unquote Zinchenko to get that relationship. I do wonder if it's a thing where maybe Odegaard will move into that Havertz role. Havertz drops, and then Trossard comes into the 10 because he can play there at some point. But I don't know, man.
But that's the thing. He's multifunctional and he can't get.
That's why
that's why I'm telling you, your manager is not rating him, because he can play right, left, false 9, 10, and he's not playing in any of those positions.
Listen, Champions League.
But Havertz is playing, blood.
Listen, Havertz, you're my guy now, innit? I don't even know what to say in defense for Havertz.
He's gonna be that brother, yeah, that your manager dies. He's gonna die on that hill, bro.
He's got no choice but to die on that hill. You spent 60 odd million on Donny. You have to die on that hill, Mikel Arteta. There's no way around it. Like, you know, fair enough. Arteta knows more about football than me, and just as an ignorant fan, you know, I'll support. I won't blindlessly support Arteta, but me as an ignorant fan, I could hear Timber shouts in the summer. I could hear Declan Rice. If we're moving the needle and trying to get closer to City, I don't think there's anyone apart from Mikel Arteta that would have sat here and said Kai Havertz. So he has to justify that, really. That is what Havertz and Arteta, that is between them two. I don't know for that one. I can't lie. But yeah, Havertz, you joined us, so I'm going to support your take for that, with it.
Yeah, I don't know, blood. It's looking like
it's smelly at the moment in patches. I can't cap.
It's looking like money laundering, blood. Man need to see who his agent is, and man need to see the connections to Arteta and that, because that's what it's looking like. I'll be real. At least with the Mason Mount thing, because he's English, yeah, I feel like some of them man could have just got suckered into that deal, you know them ones. But the Havertz thing don't make sense. The Mount thing more is like, English, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's dad supports Man United. This PR thing, I get it. Home ground. Yeah.
Oh, that's why they were going mad when they were doing the tour thing. And
yeah, they done the tour and he goes, remember when I took you here when you was a kid and that? And it's like, oh yeah, it feels like home and that. Shut up, man.
Oh, about shameless, man, because he was Mr. Chelsea and
things, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it feels like home and that, bro. That horrendous. You see what I mean? And this is what they do with these ballers, man. And they try to humanize these dead ballers. That's what I mean. Mason Mount with his dad and all that, bro. Will Sancho's dad. You know there was there, bro.
Doesn't even know where Donny is, to be fair, man.
He does, bro. I even met his dad, to be fair. So I know his dad.
I don't know, man. His dad, he probably done the race, man. That's what made them man there. I don't know, man. I don't know. Big up Sancho. I don't know.
Nah, Sancho's dad's active still. Like, he is active still, because I met his dad still. So I know his dad is actually.
Well, now you'd be active in his life, innit? You see him playing for Man United.
Bro, I met his dad like 3 years ago. I met his dad before he came to the club, and so his dad is about, you know, there was there, bro. So
look off his dad. I'd be about as well, man.
That could have landed crazy. That could have landed crazy, you know.
I'd be about still if my kid became a footballer. I know he went in his dad's life. His dad went in the youth's life when he was just beginning at Watford and that. It's probably as soon as City went, got involved, man. Like,
Man said man scared with Balotelli's dad and that.
Yeah,
Bro. Them man just rolled up at the gates and that.
literally, he definitely was denying Sancho for time. I'm allowed to say it, guys. I'm one of them. Like
that's what I'm saying. But no, it's just like, bro, like they know whose parents are allowed to come through. You know them ones like the Mount's dad emotional thing. Oh, it's like being at home and that. The man just dying on the pitch, bro. What? You know what I mean? Like this is crazy.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry, man. It's funny as hell.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. Come on, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, bruv, why you bring man's dad like? Do you know what I'm saying? To the unveiling and that. That's crazy. Do you know what I mean? Them things don't even make no sense. And this is what I mean, trying to humanize these bros. Bro, listen, dehumanize all of them, blood. Just play football, cuz. You know them ones there? That's what it is. Like... Nah, bro, it's either you just play football, yeah, or everyone's a human and we have to worry about everyone's mental health.
That's what I was saying earlier. It's like everyone gets the same luxury or no one. So I hear that. That's
it. We have to worry about everyone's mental health. Every time a player's not playing well, you have to say, but wonder what's going on in their lives and that. Or let's ask them if they're okay. After the game, when a man puts up a 0 out of 10, bro, them man are by the pitch side with the microphones. Ask man how man's mental health is. Tell you, are you okay?
Like even he's an op, so I don't want to really talk on him. But even Richarlison, it seems like he's going for it. Like he should get some love.
That's what I mean, bruv. That's it. Why am I not sitting down with Richarlison and saying, yo, but what's really going on in your life, bruv? These man are laughing at him.
I think his beef's just with VAR still. I think if he could just get a legit goal, he'll be good, man.
No, that's funny.
I don't think he's got a real problem.
Nah, but Richarlison's thing's mad because, bro, he's mentally broken. I don't care what no one says. You know them?
Wouldn't you be as well, man? Celebrating in front of millions of fans and your goals are just getting shagged. I'd be mentally fucked up as well. I'd be like that as well, blood.
Bro, they just need to give me a penalty, blood. You know them ones there.
Even with Richarlison, boy, you want to take that pen? Somehow they'll say the keeper's off his line, take it again, and you'll miss it. Speak like
nah, the
when you're down in the luck, you're down, fam.
Nah, the Richarlison's brazy, but the thing is, yeah, when man's just crying, unprovoked, it's like cool. When they gonna decide to do an intervention, bro? You know, and this is why I legit believe these men don't really care, innit?
They don't care. These footballers are guinea pigs, bro. They don't give a crap about these lot's mental health, man.
But this is the problem, man. Because I know that they don't care. When I see all these things like my man's mum coming out and that, it's like, allow it, Sheila, bro. Sit down. You know them ones there, bro? Like, man's not rating it. Man's not rating it. It's like, no one cares about your son, bro. Do you know what I mean? It said, if
true.
I was in
everyone's got their own life to contend with.
Bro, you know, it's not that deep, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? The man's just like, but if I was in the crowd and that, bro, it's not about you.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Everyone's not gonna go, sorry, Harry Maguire's mum. Like, it don't work like that. It does not work like that. You don't think Sancho, Rashford, and Saka, their parents weren't there when they missed the penalty and they heard all the nonsense and seeing everything and they don't see it online and all this jazz? It's dead, man.
But this is what I'm saying.
Someone said he's still making bread.
My man's come out saying he's going to see a psychologist and that Richarlison and all them things then. It's like, bro, you don't even need a psychologist, bro. You know that? You just need some real people in your life to tell you what time it is. You know, bro, that's all you need.
Yeah, man. If he genuinely needs that, get that. But I think you just stay on side, get some pum and you're good, man. Like, your thing, Richarlison seems meaty.
Man said psychologist. It's like, broski, you're playing professional football, for the biggest footballing nation, in football. And you ain't that good, bro. You should just be happy. You know what I'm saying? But I've just realized you cheated the game, Because this is what it is. You're deluded right now. He's the real deluded, bro. Because if you actually, bro, if I was him, I'll be like, bro, I'm wearing the number 9 for Brazil. I am not Ronaldo, blood. I'm not that. Like, bro, like I'm not good,
spent 50 M's on me.
Bro, I'm not
and
good.
You've escaped what you know, I guess you didn't grow up in favorable circumstances. You're living, fam. You're living. That's why I don't care when I see footballers getting paid. Like, obviously, just because you earn money don't mean you can't be upset and all of that jazz. Bro. But when you put it into context, bro, these lot are going to be moaning about the next footballer tomorrow and you're getting paid. And you're not,
bro. Man just needs real G's around you, bro. Like, bro, if you keep the man that you grew up with around you, you never need a psychologist because that man will always tell you when you're bugging. They'll always tell you, bro. Like, if I was chilling with Richarlison right now, I'd just be like, listen, bro. you're living the dream, blood, and you're not that good, blood. Man, I have to keep it a buck, yeah. Like you're winning the number 9 for Brazil, yeah, bro. Look at all the men that have worn that shirt before you, blood.
Literally, the Romarios, the R9s, the
Yeah,
list
bro.
will be with
All
you all
these
day.
man, you are not him, blood. Like you've cheated the game, you cheated the system. You're glitching the matrix. Enjoy it, blood.
Literally.
You
But
know
he's a
them,
bit
man.
of a weirdo, man. Didn't you get Neymar tattooed on him
Yeah,
and
on
all
his
of that?
back,
He's a
bro,
bit
and
different.
R9. Bro, I'll tell this brother, I'll be like, listen, fam. It doesn't matter. You're getting your money. You're playing for Brazil. You're living your dream. That man gonna tell you you're shit. Cool, you're shit. But you're still playing for Brazil. It's cool.
And you're doing better than them because everybody
That's
mocking
it.
Richarlison, myself included. I'll trade places with him quickly. Quickly, just
100%.
not the trim, but everything else. Like, lit.
But this is what it is. Just tell man, say, listen, bro, at the end of the day, you're living, bro. Look at the life you're living. Sometimes man need to step back and look at the big picture and say, bro,
Man are kicking the
playing
ball
for
around,
Brazil.
getting peas, bro. Man
That's
paid
it.
to this day to play Sunday League.
that's what I'm saying,
Crazy.
bro. That's it. You're playing
Crazy.
you're playing in the Prem. You're playing for Brazil. You're not him, bro. And it's all right, because not everyone can be him, blood. You know what
This
I'm
is
saying?
it.
So just enjoy where you are right now, because this ain't gonna last forever.
But he does seem a volatile kind of figure, man. I can understand why he'd be vexed at either and Mikel Antonio or someone else, but he seems to be one of them guys, and he does do the social media antics. Like Richarlison does seem to be one of them emotionally volatile kind of man. We've
but
all
the
got
thing
them
is,
in our
but-
friendship groups, even if
Of
there's
course.
one, them kind
But
of.
that's why you need to have real G's like around you, bro. That just let you know what it is. Say, yo, don't listen to these man, because at the end of the day, look at what you're doing, bro. Like
Literally.
you're in the less than the 1% that get to do this thing, bro.
To live
You
the
know, like
dream,
that.
fam.
To live it, bro.
Everyone
So, yo,
in this chat, us two, all wanted to be ballers, man.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Do you know what I mean? So because of that, it's like, bro, who cares? I'll be real. That's what it is. Because man's saying, oh, you need a you don't need a psychologist, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You just need to start enjoying playing football again. Because
Literally.
these guys, yeah, that play football, yeah, Sancho included, all these other guys, the reason why they're not playing more is because they're not enjoying it.
They're not enjoying it, man. And
They're
to be
not
fair, how
enjoying
could you when you're everywhere? If you turn left, they're asking you why didn't you go right? But you just got to air them, bro. Even someone like a Rashford, every footballer is always talked of, and you can't. On one hand, you signed up for this, innit? And it is something that's kind of new because back in the days, if you was a professional footballer, unless you saw someone on the main road, it was or the teletext or the newspaper, it's cool. Football's forever, innit? Me and you are talking about footballers all on socials. But you just got to air it, man, because everyone will trade places with you. And if you're Richarlison, you shouldn't compare your situations, but you're not talked about as much as Harry Maguire. You're not scapegoated as much as certain other players. Nobody's going to care tomorrow. Like, a lot of people got nothing else going on with their lives, so they're just going to chat on your thing, whether they believe it or not. It's sad, man.
No, 100%, bro. Do you know what I mean? But these man need to enjoy the game. You know what I'm saying?
Enjoy
And
the
at the
game,
end
bro.
of the
Man
day,
was
man
playing
say
in Brazil in humble surroundings. Now look what you're
Facts.
getting.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. It's all about perspective, and even this psychologist thing, bro. It's just like whatever, man. Like,
And they're
at the
going to
end of the
bump
day,
you as well. You're going to have to pay some
you're
mad
gonna
rates
pay
for that
bare
as well.
money, and a man ain't gonna tell you nothing you don't already know, fam. You
But
know,
even
like
that, surely the club sort them sort of things out, man.
yeah, the club can give them a psychologist, but at the end of the day, yeah, like it's your mind, innit? You're the master of your mind. At the end of the day, like there's nothing that you can or can't do depending on what you tell yourself, bro. And that's why they say the
Literally.
most important conversation you have in life will always be with yourself, blood. Because
Literally.
you can bullshit anyone, blood, but you can't bullshit yourself.
Exactly.
You know them ones there, and that's what it is. So, bro, he needs to have an honest conversation with himself. You know, like that. That's just all it is. Because man
right,
be out
it's
here
so-
lying to themselves, blood. Like that's exactly
the
what it
thing.
is.
And when the
bro.
cameras go off and all the lights are off and you're just about to go to sleep and it's just you and God, you're gonna feel like a prick. Really?
That's it. That is it, bro. That's why a lot of these man can't look themselves in the mirror because they lie to themselves every single day, blood. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do
Sad.
this. I'm gonna go gym. I'm gonna eat healthy, yeah, tomorrow. And that man's got the KFC in front of him, and that. These
Yeah, and
man
you're
always
crying
lie.
that you're still a fat cunt. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's it, bro. These man always telling lies to themselves, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like no psychologist can't fix you, bro. Like you need to fix your damn self.
Exactly.
And
They
that's
might
just
put off a
exactly
little
what it
trigger,
is.
but you are gonna help yourself, really.
That's it, bro. Do you know what I mean? The man said maybe it's imposter syndrome, bro. It don't matter what kind of syndrome it is. You need to fix yourself, blood.
And if
you know
it is
what I'm
that,
saying?
you bro, you've been playing Premier League for a second now, you know. So it's a weird. Not that I can talk on mental stuff, but it's a weird time to be getting imposter syndrome, really and truly. It's
Weird
not like,
time.
If you,
How long
bro,
you
if
been
you was
here?
a young 18-year-old, I get it, innit? Like,
Bro.
I get it, but fairly established Richarlison now.
Man's been at Watford, at Everton, and now at Tottenham.
Spurs.
He's been in the Prem long enough.
And you do quite well for Brazil. So Brazil's
That's it.
Brazil's proud footballing country. bare scrutinism, and they like you. They like
and
you. I'm not gonna say they like you more than
fanatical,
Neymar, but
bro.
he's seen as a golden boy. So I don't
Yeah.
know for imposter syndrome for him
See,
personally.
it's not that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The problem is, yeah, they got too many men around them blowing smoke, and then as soon as things go the other way, they don't know how to take it, bro.
They don't
Because
know,
do you
yeah.
know, they don't know how to take it because they're up here. Everyone boosts them up here, and then all of a sudden, when the outside world's pulling them down, bro, they don't, bro. There's no
They're
balance.
in a
They don't
little
know what's
bubble,
going on.
really, and
Yeah,
you think people are talking nonsense.
yeah. They're like, hold on, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? What's going on? Like everyone around me is telling me I'm that guy, but then when I go work, man are telling me I'm not that guy. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
And
literally.
it's crazy. Do you know what I mean? And you can't even have that same arrogance no more because in football you get judged on performances and you're not performing. So now, do you know
There
what I
you
mean?
have
You're
it.
stuck in a place where you feel like you're a fraud, blood. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you're a real fraud. And that's what it is. And right now he's moving mad fraudulent, bro. That's what he's doing because he's at a
That's
club
it.
where really and truly, if you're Richarlison, you're probably, when Harry Kane gets sold, you're happy.
You're gassed on the lowest. You're gassed because the fans don't even want you to play like that. You're gassed. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
my
You're
time
probably
to
thinking,
shine.
yo, like, this is my time. The doors have opened up for me. New manager as well. So I got a clean slate. Do you know,
Literally,
it's a dream scenario.
literally.
If you're a striker and your competition gets sold and you get a new gaffer, you're like, whoa, fresh start. Boom.
Everyone starts from zero. I can do my thing. You're turning up to training earlier. You're running a bit more. But hey, you're moving mad.
And then you're
But them
doing
kind of
that.
new age youths from them sides, they seem a bit volatile. Even I love Gabriel Jesus, but even him, they're very, even Neymar, they're a bit emotional and a bit volatile and a bit cry. And when they're happy, they're happy. When they're sad, they're crying. Them man are a bit volatile like that.
Nah, it's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? A man said Richarlison's a winger and that, bro. It don't matter where you play him right now. He's not doing it because he plays in the 9 for Brazil, and you know what I mean. He scored a couple good goals in the World Cup. No one was
Bad boy
saying he's a
goal
winger
last
then.
World Cup.
Yeah, no one was saying he was a winger then, bro. You know, like that. So it's one of them ones where man can't do the Rashford thing and the Walcott thing where you're a winger one week and a striker the next week. Blood, man, just need to hold it down. It's like you are what you are, bro. Do you know what I mean? The Brer
Play
wanted
games,
the
bro.
number 9. He said he's a striker, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not really trying to hear nothing else because he wanted.
If
the
he said
number
he's a
9.
striker, then there you have it. Really, like,
Bro, he's wearing the 9 for Brazil, playing down the middle, and he never complained once.
this is it. This is it. So you just gotta get on with it. Unfortunately, in life, yeah, you're allowed to take 5 minutes to feel sorry for yourself. But as you were saying, the only person that can change things is yourself. Like you've got to put your big boy pants on, roll your socks up, and muck in really, because there's many footballers that have changed their situation. You know, again, it's completely different. But I swear, when Luka Modric signed for Real Madrid at one point, he was voted one of the worst footballers to have picked a ball
He was
that
voted
season.
the
Now look,
worst signing in La Liga that season. Bro.
yeah, them man are bugging out. But now look at him. Look how he's changed his situation. Remember, Bale used to be shit, you know. Bale used to be shit. Like, he never used to be messed like that.
Bale was a
Patterned his
left
thing.
back, bro. And then, man, there was a record where Tottenham never won a game with him, blood. And they were looking
Bro,
to get rid of him.
imagine
He
how
was the
you'd
bad
feel
luck
if that
charm.
was you. Like, bro, and you've been in a football scenario. So you know his teammates at the time were therefore, if they knew about that stat, they were running
they
them
started
bands with
believing
him.
it. Yeah.
And now look,
100%.
bro. Like, now look, you know, there's plenty of Odegaard. Many Arsenal fans didn't want him. There's plenty of Arsenal players that were laughed at and weren't wanted at the club, and fans weren't happy and they wanted to leave. Look at Granit Xhaka. Obviously, he's a bit different, but the way he left this summer to how he's going to leave is completely different. You know, the football's a fickle business. That's the fortunate thing for him. If you score goals, no one cares. You know, even with someone like Havertz, if Havertz wakes up tomorrow and starts bagging, everybody stops chatting.
Yeah,
So
everyone's
control
shameless,
your
blood,
thing.
if that happens.
There you have it. Like, pattern up, change things, man.
That's it. And the same with Vinny as well, bro. Remember, Benzema said, yo, man's playing against us. Man said,
Exactly.
mum's life, don't pass him the ball and that. You know, like that. And now
See
he's
what
the
I'm saying?
talisman for the team.
See what I'm saying? And now look, he's the guy. Everyone fucks with him now. Change your situation, man. And if you can't, like, think of something else, isn't it? Really, that's why, you know, football is a more mental game than people give it credit for. Because there's bare shit guys that think they're good and they're doing bits that are not Richarlison, but there's guys that are good that are can do everything with a football, but they're shook. Mentality is everything in life, let alone football, man.
100%. You know, like that. So that's why, boy, like that separates the players that belong at the top level and at the top clubs from the ones that don't, innit? Like,
There
it's
you
not
have it.
ability, it's the mental fortitude, innit? And a lot of these players don't have it. Like, this is
don't have
what it
it.
is, and it's not something you can teach. And that's why when man's like, oh, I'm gonna go see a psychologist, that's not gonna change his fortunes, blood.
Exactly. It
going
might
to.
feel good getting stuff off your chest and maybe understanding why, but once you leave, what are you going to do? Because I assume you're going to see this psychologist once a week, maybe twice for an hour. You know, what are you doing with your life other than that? So
And
you have
that's
to
what I mean.
pattern up
But they
your
can't
thing.
put the ball in the net for you, blood, and they
This
can't
is
keep
it.
you one side either, blood. You know, like that.
This is it.
So it doesn't really matter, and that's the thing, bro. Like football's definitely a mental game.
Such
You
a
know, like
mental
that.
game.
And everyone's mentality is different, and that's why different personalities are important, and that's why different coaches are important, and that's why certain players like to play for certain coaches because they know how to get the best out of them, bro. Like not every
Exactly.
player is the same, bro, and that's why certain ballers follow certain managers all over wherever they go, bro. Never underestimate that, bro. Like you look at certain managers or certain ballers,
That's
and
why
they
Jose always
go
had his
everywhere.
tugs.
Always has his G's, bro. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? He signed Matic 3 times
Bro, Matic's his guy. Eto said I would only play on the wing for
for
Jose.
Jose.
These sort of things there, man.
That
Jogbar, got
yeah,
nothing but good things to say.
bro. There's
Crazy.
too many managers, blood. And Harry Redknapp had his goons, blood. He used to carry everywhere, blood. Man
Yeah,
signed
yeah.
man 3 or 4 times, bro. There's
They got
certain man you just
Cranchar and them
know.
guys.
That, bruv, that's it, bro. The Cranchars and the Defoes of this world and all these bears, yeah. You know, like he just knows, and also they know that like Harry can get the best out of me. Like they
Literally.
know that because Harry knows me. He knows that maybe on Fridays man don't really like to train too hard. You get me before a game
This
and
is
that.
it.
All these little things matter, bro. Even like Patrick Vieira, yeah. When Vieira went to Crystal Palace, like he was the way he managed a lot of the players, bro. Because he used to play, they respected man so much. You get me? He's
This
the
is
kind
it.
of manager that will come through and he'll say, "Listen, I've been a footballer, blood. So you man, if you man have any special needs in terms of because there's certain players that can't train all week and play, blood.
Yeah,
Like
there's footballers that are weird, man. Some man have
yeah,
to train more heavy as the week
yeah.
goes on. Some people
That's
have to
it.
take it slow.
Certain man need to train light. Certain man need to maybe the day before the game, then man need to just be in the physio room and not kick ball. Everyone's got different demands, bro. Like when you're playing elite sport,
Yeah.
99% of the players are always carrying something. Like
Literally.
no one's 100%. And he was like, listen, I've played the game, blood. So, do you know what I mean? If you lot have certain things that you need to do, or a certain man can't train this or can't do this or need that, let man know. And allowances will be made, bro. You know,
Exactly.
certain managers want to come in and run everyone into the floor, and that's why you see your 20 man out injured when the new manager.
And you can't do that in the modern game. Being a good man manager is probably the most important thing you can have, excluding tactics and stuff in today's day and age, where player power is the strongest it's ever been in my 28 years.
Oh, 100%. And that's what it is. Some guys need to play their way into fitness. Like, I mean, Rooney was one of them. Every preseason, Rooney would come back overweight. Like,
Yeah,
every
you know what
one.
he was doing.
Yeah, because he was just out smoking, drinking, doing the mad thing, going on holiday and getting mash up. Like, Rooney used to come back unfit every single preseason. But you knew, first 3-4 games of the season, Rooney weren't in shape. You knew he was playing himself into fitness. And then he would just, bruv, by November, Rooney's just on a mad thing. Like, you knew that
and again, that's where the managers, also the flip side, you can trust a man like Rooney because he's earned that trust. You know, Rooney, you've come back fat and that. You've got X amount be patterned up by X amount a day. Okay, gaffer, he's drinking as much as he wants to drink, and he patterns his thing up, man. Simple as.
And that's what I'm saying. And Rooney will come back overweight. Ferguson wouldn't be like, oh, he's fat, not gonna play him. Because, bruv, you just know, blood. Like, just the youth will get himself together. Like,
he will do what needs to be done.
And that's what
Lampard
it is,
as well.
Yeah, exactly. Man had to play himself into fitness. Some players are like that. Some players come back like Milner, come back at 36 and still complete the bleep test and outrun all the youths.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's certain men that do that. Do you know what I mean? So every player is different in it. And if you do not get that side of management locked down, man don't really care about all these shapes and these things that you're doing because these modern ballers do not care, bruv.
They don't, bro. Like, player power is the strongest thing ever. All it takes is for you to lose 3-4 key players, you know, and then they start talking to everyone else, and then it's done because players are gonna outlast the manager. Typically,
Always.
You're on a 4 or 5 year deal. Managers done like that in today's day and age.
Even these days, and that's why I said even about our manager, he signed a 3-year deal, blood, and that is not security, blood, because he's into his second year already. You know, like
you could be gone. Like, if things were to go really south, you could be gone. But, and the players will do the same thing under an ex-manager.
Of course they will, blood, and they know that. You know what I mean? Because they know that these managers are not here to stay.
This is it. It's sad, man, but it is what it is. Like, people just can't feel sorry for themselves. Just pattern up.
Yeah, but that's why it's gonna be interesting. Like when people are saying to me, "Oh, Rants, what do you think? How do I think the season's gonna go for Man United?" It depends. There's too many variables at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't know when Mount's coming back. They're saying it's a Bayern Munich thing. It'll be interesting to see if the manager
When's that?
puts him straight into the team. I think next week, Bayern Munich.
Nah, he's back in the sector now. For some reason, I thought you lot weren't playing by him for time.
Bro, nah, bro. Listen, he'll be well. He's back available. Obviously, Hoyland's fit now, so it'll be
He'll be a
interesting if the
problem in
manager
this league.
puts him straight into the team. Do you know what I mean? And then you have to look at when Amrabat comes in. You also have to look at how this Sancho thing happens because Anthony's suspended.
They're gonna have to bring Sancho back in, bro. Who else you gonna play? You've been linked with a bag of free agents. I don't think you
but
don't want
you
to
just
bring in
never
them
know.
Bandulu dons.
You never know, blood. He might just play Ballistri instead or Garnacho, blood, because the manager's
It depends. Do you know what? It depends what's actually happened away from all the rumors and all these things. Like what's actually happened. Like, and obviously Sancho looks a bit shook. He's deleted certain things. Is he saying sorry?
I don't think it's a shook thing. I think it's a thing where he's
Well,
had a
them
meeting with
youths
the
always
manager.
have outbursts, man. Them man
You
are
know what it
soft,
is? I think, he's had a meeting with the manager and the man said to him, all right, cool, but that needs to calm down, blood. There was there. That's what I think it is. I think that the club told him to take that down.
Yeah, but if you should have said, forget that, the damage is done. It's screenshot everywhere. Man are doing reactions over it. I swear I saw it in one of your vids in the title, in the thumbnail. Shout out, Dave, bro, it's done. Like I see someone say on Twitter, you can't put toothpaste back in the tub, bro. You was in your feelings. Like, I don't know what he's going. Like Sancho maybe had one too many magnums that day. Got a bit of Dutch courage.
Nah, he said, "Bun this guy, bro."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It, man. These lads use a hell of a towel, man.
Nah, he said this youth's doing this brother's doing the Nacho thing. What man said 2 starts at the start of the season, blood, ahead of me, after man was doing up, bro. Man was doing up Eden Hazard in pre-season, bro. He was balling deluded.
This is
it. That's
why I don't get it. That's why I don't get it with Sancho. It looked like there was a corner turn. I know it's only pre-season, but there's a corner turn.
Even the Sancho naysayers.
He's playing false 9 or something,
bro.
I don't know what happened.
Even the Sancho haters in pre-season were like, right, he's doing a thing, You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I see man that are known Sancho haters, like, like he looks hungry now. Like, man's just like he was balling.
So then, like, what has happened? Like him
said Garnacho twice, bro. Like that. And the first one, he come off the bench, and he was cooking, bro. And we ended up winning the Wolves game, blood, when he came on. And then the next game, back to the bench. Lesser, yo.
That's got to be demoralizing. But at the same time, Sancho, you got to man up, man.
Nah, his head's gone, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't got time for head gone. You're at Man United, bro. Like,
I hear that.
Feelings.
I hear that, but this is another one though. Do you know what I'm saying? Because think about it. I don't know his brethrens, innit, or what brethrens he's got around him, but bro, do you know what I'm saying? They're probably saying, bro, fam, this is washed. You know what I mean? That's why it's important.
He's violating you, bro.
Of course, bro.
Kulowski.
Man's 23, blood, and he's like, nah, bro. Like, bro, you was balling, blood. Like, these men are dead. And this is all true, but you can't have these men around you when you're at Man United.
It's not going to last, bro. Badman and Sancho have not lasted at Man United or have been rubbed out for this. Bro.
But that's what I mean. Man said Sancho ain't got the body of work and that. But the thing is, this is what people forget, though. He does, though. And this is the thing. Not at Man United, but it's okay. It's the same with PP as well. People forget that man won 4 Scudettos, 2 Italian Cups, and got a Ballon d'Or nomination before he went to Man United. Just because his Man United career didn't go the way people thought it went, that doesn't mean that man had a rubbed career. Like, them ones. Like, Sancho's got numbers, that are dumb, What he was doing at Dortmund, was like elite level shit, bro. And people have forgotten that now. You don't become a bad player overnight. You don't. Them ones there. So it's like, regardless of whether he's replicated that form at Man United, he's still the same player, if not a better player, bro. It's just maybe he can't show that side of him at Man United, but that don't mean he's done. He's 23.
No, he's not done. But this is where you're going to see from Sancho, because I don't think he is, but naturally putting myself in that position, if I'm earning grands, how much grands he's earning, I've played for my country, I'm at Man United, I'm doing what I need to do, I'm a Premier League footballer, are you going to be complacent or are you going to kick on? We are not on the training field, innit? Because he might be doing everything right. Ten Hag saying, "Nah, you're not the flavor of the month." Ten Hag might actually be, have some common sense in that Sancho isn't applying himself in training. Because when I looked at it, obviously we're not on the training ground, but if my manager is saying that I'm not training well enough, if I genuinely feel I am, if I'm not, then he has to hold that. But if I genuinely feel I am, I'm going to train hard. The sort of person, I'm going to train harder, or I'm going to say, all right, cool, I'm going to do my thing. Agent, start fielding the offers. Because I see January, I'm out of here, you know. But I
But the thing
personally
is, he
think you're going
wanted
to
to
have to bring
leave.
him back.
He wanted to leave last Jan, though. Do you know what I'm saying? He wanted to leave last Jan, and obviously the manager was telling man he was going to play, blood, and he needs to chill. You know, like that. And the mad thing is, yeah, like when you look at Sancho as well, because remember after the Bandulu thing with the penalty, he deleted all his socials.
This is what I'm. These man are volatile, bro.
He
These
deleted
man
his
are soft,
socials,
man.
blood, because man had to be left alone, blood. Pre-season, man was posting bare happy pictures with the man, them Hermanos and all that, blood. Hey, bruv, listen, he was living life, bro.
I'm seeing man on private jets and
bro, listen,
living life.
Pre-season, he was balling out. This guy was doing madness in pre-season, and we thought, yeah, this is Sancho season, bro.
He's arrived now,
bruv. I was waiting for the apologies, bro. Man was there. Man was doing the bird, man. And then first 2 games, he's not in the starting lineup. I said, bro, what?
Nah, it's got to be a kick in the teeth, man.
It's brazy, bro. Listen, there's only so much a man can take. You know them ones, and it's almost like the club are trying to force him out with all these Bandulu stories and that. You know, like that.
Someone is doing him dirty. Or I don't know if Sancho's peed off a media man or something, but they've got it in for you, bro.
Club
talking about how he was. What's the one I read? Something about you lot had a marketing event or a kit launch or something,
yeah, and he didn't want to talk or something.
Yeah, blood. Like they're doing him. That is where they're doing too much.
Exactly. Like, where did these things come from? Literally. You know them ones there. Like, where did these come from?
This is crazy. And the thing is, people won't believe it. It's like, oh, it's on ESPN. It's got to be right. Like, this is where the media is dangerous, man.
Yeah. But this is my problem. Like, all these things, yeah. How come these things didn't come out at the time, but they're coming out now?
That's what I'm saying. Because if he's got a bad attitude now, he has to have had a bad attitude then. It can't have changed that much. If anything, you'd be more complacent signing for Man United, earning wages, and not really. There is scrutiny on you, but you're not necessarily playing. So this has to have always been there, really. As you know, when you sign these players, there's character reference and checks, and you're asking this one and that one and this and that. It don't really add up, really. It don't add up.
But it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up at all, and this is my problem.
No, but as I was like, as I was saying, like, even if you did have an outburst, does that make you a bad person? Like, no. If someone pisses you off and you bone out, does that mean you've got a bad attitude, or did you just fuck up? I don't know.
That's it. But this is what I'm trying to say, bro. And this is why it don't make no sense. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. And you know what it is with football clubs as well. They do players dirty all the time. And it's like, as a fan,
dirty all the time, bro.
As a fan, you are programmed, yeah. You are programmed to always
side with the club
to side with the club, bro. And because I don't do that, do you know what I mean? Man think, oh,
do you know how dirty football clubs are? Bro, even to youth players. They do little things like say you're not playing in the youth cup if you don't sign X amount of contract or sign with this agency. But I don't blame fans because you can only comment on what you see in it. Not everybody knows these sort of things.
All the time. How many times have you heard, oh, why isn't this player playing? Oh, yeah, contract dispute. Bruv, what? Bro, while I'm employed by this club, yeah, and I'm available for selection, I should be selected on merit, blood. Man are telling me just because I haven't told you for sure that I'm staying, so now you're just not gonna play me. What?
And this is the thing. And then the thing is not like Man United have the best squad depth, especially where attacking options necessarily are. So I genuinely think Sancho's gonna get game time. It all depends on how he governs the situation. But you have really got Mr. Anthony's not there no more. My man, the other youth's gone. There's not really any other options. You've got Rashi, you've got Sancho. Obviously, Højlund's coming. He's a striker. Martial's somewhere in the cut. You're going to have to use Sancho. There's too many games not to, really. Even if Ten Hag wants to make a message and things like that, he surely has to use him because you're cutting off your nose, spat your face. Unless there's a next academy winger done that you could use or another situation, you're going to have to use him, bro. You're going to have to utilize him.
Even the Pepe thing was brazy. It's like, bro, you got Pepe, he's under contract. You ain't got no cover for Saka, but you're rather that he trains with the youth team, yeah, than you actually play him, but you're paying him anyway. What kind of foolishness?
Hopefully Pepe does all right in Turkey. That one, I don't know, man, because I did think we turned a corner around, like, what was it? Whenever Pepe came off the bench a couple of years ago and helped us pattern Wolves, and when we won the FA Cup and whatever, I did think we turned the corner, but we obviously saw him go on loan last year. Now his contract's been ripped up, and best of luck in Turkey, man. The only time I've kind of felt truly sorry for,
bro. You don't have another left-footed right winger.
No, I would have kept Pepe on ability, but at this moment, Arteta's not rocking with him, innit? Like, it is what it is. Whether I believe Pepe should stay or we should bring someone else in, we're at where we're at, innit? Like, he's not gonna use you. You earn too much money. I feel sorry for you, but time waits for no one. And to be fair, Pepe is a bit hot and cold, so I kind of see all corners. The only time I've truly felt sorry for Pepe is when Arteta brought in Willian, and Willian was stinking up the place. Then I was like, oh, okay. Them times there it was more Reece Nelson and Pepe. Could they get opportunities? Really? I don't know for Pepe, but he's just gonna have to eat that.
I can't see a world where Pepe's not good enough to be Arsenal's cover for Saka off the bench, blood.
But that's where it's got to be something deeper than football.
Or yes, the money, bro. Because they just want to get him off the wage bill.
Yeah,
they want to get him off the wage bill. Like, trust me, the man upstairs has said to the manager, "Listen, we need to get rid of this brother because I don't want to pay him no more." That's it. So you just have to bully, man. That's what it is.
Cut from the scene, yeah, man. We gave new contracts, we brought in new players. You got a cut, man.
And that's the problem. It's nonsense, bro. And this is the thing with football, and that's why, when you see all these things, the Bandulu things with Sancho and all that, bro, you gotta understand, that he's on big money, and them man are just trying to force him out the club. That's all it is, blood.
Just want man to cut, bro.
That's all it is. They just want him out, blood. And because they want him out, they're gonna start a witch hunt. That's all they're gonna do. And then literally, like, look what happened with Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling's playing well now. And now they're publishing all these articles about man changed his diet and he changed this and he changed that. But I didn't change nothing, blood.
They'll be back to showing gun tattoos and that in a minute,
bruv,
man.
Man's still eating oxtail, bruv. Do you know what I mean? It ain't got nothing to do with no change of diet, bro. It's just that, bro, he's playing in a position that he's thriving in at the moment under a manager that he's probably getting on with. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with no change of diet, bruv.
And that's why the media are shameless, man. So shameless, the amount of flip-flops that they do. But that's the thing, the media's never held accountable because we'll read these articles, we don't necessarily pay attention to the author and scrutinize them. Like, if a player plays crap, he's praised or critiqued. It's the media that get away with absolute nonsense. Even I look at a few years ago, the way Mesut Ozil was spoken of, really. It's ridiculous, man.
That's what I mean, bro. And that's why you man just need to be more or wiser. Like, to be fair, you lot aren't the people, innit? You lot ain't the people necessarily that's in the chat, but bro, look at these stories. Look at the timing of the stories. Do you know what I'm saying? And before you start believing everything you read, because it's like, how am I gonna tell you that? Oh yeah, like when Man United went here and we done this, he didn't want to do this. So how come you never heard about it that week?
Literally.
Why are we hearing about it Why are we hearing about it 6 months later now?
And the thing is, these men could just be chatting. It could have happened, but these authors could be just chatting shit. Like, remember, they still got to get clicks on their articles and that, and engagements and hit ROIs and that.
Slow week, blood. You know what I mean?
Literally.
And so that's what they do. They see one article, then they're piggybacking off the last article, and before you know it, do you know what I'm saying? You just got a dossier of all this nonsense, bro.
Literally.
That's just all it is. It don't even make no sense, bro. It don't even make no
half
sense,
of what you see and read, man.
But that's what I mean. So none of these things are real, bruv. Most of these things are nonsense, and they're all being peddled out by the same people. And these men are being briefed by the club, and there's always a reason why these things are happening. And usually it's because there's been some sort of falling out with the manager, or there's a contract dispute, which a lot of the time is something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So man can't really read into these things. And then you look on the flip side and you see how these men are swinging it from Maguire, and it's like, this brother ain't
what a hill to die on. What a hill to die on,
bro. Because this brother's not turning it around, bro. I promise you, Harry Maguire has never done anything in his career to even suggest that he's gonna turn it around. Do you know what I mean? At least if I look at Sancho, he's got previous blood. He's got Champions League performances. He's got different things, like, bruv. Like, Maguire ain't got no stellar season to look back on and say, oh, you know what, like,
the only thing that could save him is cutting.
What are we gonna say? Oh, we want 2018 Maguire or 2019, bro? Maguire ain't never been it.
You got to go play under David Moyes, where there's less demand on the centre-half to have all the glitz and glamour that a top six centre-half has. But even then, in the modern day, you're becoming obsolete because it doesn't matter what level. Your centre-back kind of has to be half decent with the ball at his feet. Yeah, like, so Maguire, it's done, really. It's done.
Bro, as a centre-back in a modern game, if you're not athletic and you can't play, it's problems, bro. I'll be real. Like, I mean, Harry, there's no place for Harry Maguire.
And his marking, you know what? I think Maguire's actually regressed a lot defensively. Like, half the mistakes, he's fouling his own teammates, he's marking his own teammates, he's swiping at the ball. It's just getting worse, really and truly. Things that, okay, cool, you might not be good on the football, but these things, you can do that to a suitable standard. You're just collapsing yourselves, man.
No,
Sad.
100%. No, I mean, so nah, bro, it's gonna be interesting to see how that story unfolds. I think we'll know better this weekend, innit? Like when we play Brighton, it's a tough game, blood. Let's see what lineup he puts out.
Is it
You
at
know what I
home or
mean?
away?
Yeah, it's at home. That's the only saving
Ah, you lot
grace.
are winning that, man. I
Do
hope
you know what I
Brighton do
mean?
a thing, but
That's the only saving grace is that it's at home. You know what I mean? And then depending on what lineup we'll put out, we'll see why my man deleted the thing. If he starts, then maybe that's why. If he don't start, even after deleted the thing, it's a shag, blood. I left that up.
yeah,
Bro.
then Sancho should feel like a prick. Then you deleted it and you still didn't start, man. Like, bro, you back down and like you might as well double down on the badness, innit? You've gone too far to turn back. Like,
Nah, it's
might
facts.
as well just keep it up, mate. Like, pause. But
That's what I
boy,
mean. And that's what I mean. And obviously, you lot are going. What Everton's on Sunday, right?
Everton Sunday 4:30, man.
Yeah, blood. Man, I'm gonna tune into that, blood. Hopefully, you man catch a fade, blood. You know the
Listen,
ones I
Arsenal,
need.
please. The next 2 weeks are vital. Everton and the North London derby. Pattern this in the Premier League. Obviously, you got champs midweek, but just pattern up, man.
Boy,
Already
that
dropped 2
Spurs
points.
game. Hey, that Spurs game, yo, that's gonna be something else. You know what I mean? Man's
Listen,
looking forward to that,
they're
bro.
coming to the Emirates to hold smoke, man. I don't know for
Hey,
Pox the
bro,
Clock shit or whatever he's called, man.
listen,
Like,
bruv. Foster Coglu, bruv. He's
fuck
got that
Madison and
man
all them
popping
dons they're
though.
rolling with. Hey, it's up till we freeze up, man. They're not
Hey,
coming
bro,
round here,
he's
man.
got them man. He got them man
He's got the
balling
man
it
balling.
though.
I can't lie. He's got the man balling. But
He's
I
got
saw
them man
Emre
playing
go
with
on an
no fear.
unbeaten run, so I hope he's stinking up the place.
I hear that. He's got them playing without fear in it, so it's going to be interesting to see if they keep that same. To be
They
fair,
do
they
look
look like
good,
they
though,
can
man.
only play one way at the moment in it. So I don't
Yeah.
think they're going to switch it up for Arsenal. So it's going to
Wait,
be
we'll
it's
show
going
them
to be
about
serious.
inverted fullbacks.
And
I
that's
know
what I
that.
mean. That Sean Dyche icy free midfield, blood.
This
Them
is
man are
why I
coming
was
to-
get them the core late runs and that.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Them
you know
man
what?
are
Havertz is
rating.
scoring, man. Havertz is scoring, man. We're talking positivity today. Havertz is scoring.
Hey,
Saka's
bro.
doing his
Hey,
thing.
Kai's going to be
Martin
under
at his
pressure.
settings. Huh?
He's going to be under pressure, Kai, blood. Trust me, man's going to have
There's
to
no
boy.
pressure apart from the pressure you put on yourself, man. There's no pressure, man. There's single
Aye.
mums out here trying to pay bills. You're a professional footballer.
Aye, we're
It's
gonna
all good,
see. We're
Havertz.
gonna see, blood. Remember the motivational talks, the Daily
Listen, you
Goggins
gotta
and
say
that,
it. I
blood.
don't believe half this crap, but when I say it, I start to believe it, man. You ain't got nothing else.
No, I hear you, blood. But if that midfield gets overrun, bruv,
Like
we
Aaron
need to
scaring
see
me
innit?
now, man. I'm
We
deep
need
in
to
it
see
still.
because all man like Declan and that. I know it's been mixed in it. Some people think
Someone
he's
needs
had
to
a good
plant
start.
something in the change rooms and call Fed, man. All them man will get shifted quickly,
Bro,
man, and
it's
calm.
crazy. I don't know, bro. Some people saying Declan's had a decent start. To me, it's only been decent. Like that. It's
Hey,
one of
that's
them.
the rice baby, man. He's lit.
I'm not a fan of the sideways and backwards passing midfielders personally. Do you know what I mean?
That's why he's scoring goals now, cause he's cool,
Bruv,
bro.
man scored one Buki deflected goal,
Vital,
blood.
that.
Man said plural, Man said goals
You gotta
and
be
that.
shameless. You gotta be shameless.
Hey, it's crazy. Man got one
He's been
Buki
denied a couple
deflected
assists,
goal.
man.
Nah, bro, I don't know, bro. You have to pass forward to get assists, blood. I don't like these. You know what I mean? I don't like these. What them man call it? That what's that flipping fantasy football assists? You know them ones you pass it sideways and my man back up all four man and score, blood. Nah,
Next Tony Adams captain, man.
nah,
One of the
nah,
best,
it's not
one of the
that.
best number 6s in the world right now.
Nah, bro. You just better pass the Decore test. That's all I'm saying, innit? Because boy, listen, the Amberbat test is coming for him again, blood.
Lie, man. Lucky like in May, lie, man.
Coming for him again. Nah, bro. You don't want to see us in May. That's the worst time to see us.
Lie, man.
Because when you play teams when you have to win games, you know what happens.
Lie. You lot are not getting nowhere with the icy free keeper, man. Lie.
Broski, I'm telling you, hey, bro, listen, bruv. He was better on the ball than your midfielders in that game, blood. He was
that's
holding
cool.
it
We'll
down.
take the 3 points, man.
Yeah, you can take the 3 points. We'll take the 3 points in May, blood, when you were supposed to be in a title race.
I promise you, in fact, let
bro,
me, you know what?
Bro,
we don't
when
know
you
what
come
May's gonna
OT
happen.
in May, you
we
man
got
are
34
getting...
games.
Hey,
I don't
bro.
look at the league table. I don't know when we're playing you lot. Let's just be calm.
You man are getting ironed out in May, blood. Trust me.
I can't lie. I'm tired of losing at Old Trafford, man.
You're getting ironed out in May, though, still. You know the ones. Man have to subtract 3 from...
Dave, if you're out there, clamp this up, man.
Subtract 3 from your final numbers, blood, because you see your last 10 games of the season's always a collapse, blood. It always is, blood.
This year will be different, isn't it?
Bro, man are saying that Saka's Achilles is playing up already, blood, and we're only in September,
listen, he's real icy free, man. We're good, man.
I don't know,
We're good.
I don't know,
He's calm.
blood.
He's calm. We got depth now. He's calm. He's calm.
Bruv, you ain't got depth where he plays, though.
Nah, it's cool. But Jesus out there, start up, Eddie up front. It's cool, man.
No, I don't know, blood. We're gonna see if Wakanda really is forever, blood, in May, blood. I'm telling you, because he's not gonna be
I don't
active,
know if
blood.
it really is forever, but right now, 4 games in, as you know, like let's just enjoy the present in it. Let's just enjoy being in the Champions League. Let's
We'll
enjoy the
see,
Premier
bro.
League and deal with what else happens, man. It's
Nah,
in our
that's what
hands.
I'm
Like, where
saying, bro.
I always said I don't look at the league table, and I ain't gonna look at it this year. Where you can't involve me with them comments. I knew to stay
No.
humble as an Arsenal fan last year.
Nah, facts. Oh, you man, smash up the like button. You already know what it is, man. You need to get these lights up, people, man. We've had
Come
good
on,
numbers in here, but the
it's
likes are
free,
not
folks.
reflecting. Get them lights up, people. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's back again at 7 o'clock with Redmond. Still, make sure you subscribe to Deluded's YouTube channel. What you got coming
Come
up,
on.
fam?
What's the time now? 3:30. It's 4 p.m. I think I got a show coming out. I released a video today. I did a video with Miles from Filthy Fellas yesterday, so that'll be uploaded tomorrow. And then obviously watch alongs on Sunday. And other than that, it's just standard stuff, really, broski. Nothing else in particular.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? So yo, people, make sure you sub to Deluded.
Come on.
We pinned his channel. Do you know what I mean? So make sure you sub to that, and I will catch you guys back here